Hi guys, my name is Sadie and welcome back to my channel, or if it's your first time here, welcome. It is that time of year where everyone is looking back and reflecting and coming up with their favorites of the year. So I am here to bring you another 2020 favorites, and this time we're talking about skincare. Now, it feels kind of weird for me, well just for me, to be sitting here in front of the camera talking about skincare where it's one of those moments where I don't feel the most confident in my skin after a very butter-filled Thanksgiving celebration. But nevertheless, I am here to talk to you about some of my favorite products of this year, 2020, and I feel like since around this time of last year, skincare has been a big focus for me, and some of the goals for me this year in my skincare have been to really listen to my skin, dial back the actives, and to really try and do all I can to heal my skin barrier and just have healthier skin overall. So I will be sharing with you my absolute favorite skincare products from this year, 2020. Some of these products are brand new, so they did come out in this year, but some of them are just favorites that I have discovered this year or have been favorites for many years that I just have to share with you and I still think are considered the best. And before I get into sharing the products themselves, I want to share with you a little bit about my own skin type. Like I mentioned before, and like I seemingly constantly mention in my skincare videos, is I have a damaged skin barrier which is very sensitive sometimes, and my skin can be oily in the T-zone but is usually more towards the drier side. And because I have a damaged skin barrier, I'm usually looking out for products that are going to be extra moisturizing and skin barrier friendly. This year has definitely been the year that I have steered further away from those traditional products we think of when it comes to acne fighting and more towards the gentler, healing, moisturizing, nice to your skin side of skincare. So without further ado, let's get into my 2020 skincare favorites. Alright, so I'm going to be talking about these products kind of in the order that I would be using them. So we're going to start off with cleansers. And I just have two products to talk about in this category, but the first one is right here. This is my go-to cleansing balm and definitely one I recommend to almost everyone if you're curious in trying a cleansing balm. This is the INLIST Oat Cleansing Balm. And part of the reason I really recommend this is just the value for price you get when it comes to this product. You get 5 fluid ounces in this bottle right here, and that retails for about $10. And to me, this cleansing balm really stands up to the performance of more expensive cleansing balms. I also really like Korean skincare cleansing balms, but often those are harder to get a hold of, so I really like they sell INLIST at Sephora, so it's a lot easier for more people to get a hold of. I've talked about this product before, and I'm not sure if this actually came out in 2020, but this year this has definitely become my favorite and my go-to cleansing balm. So to me, the INLIST formula is perfectly cleansing but not being stripping at all, and I just love the way it emulsifies and rubs into the skin. I will say it may not be 100% the best at taking off waterproof mascara, but you know, if you sit there and really work it in, it can break it down. But as someone with sensitive skin, I just really enjoy the texture of this one. It's really nice to use, and it really takes up all the layers of foundation and SPF that I have on my face as well. Definitely a best of 2020. The next and last cleanser I want to mention of my 2020 favorites is, no surprise here, the Krave Beauty Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. If you're curious to hear my thoughts on the entire line of Krave Beauty, I'll leave my review down below, but this, I just have not found a gel cleanser that replaces this one. As I talked about in my Krave Beauty video, there's just something about the texture of this one that is so nice and so kind to the skin. When I rub it in, it really feels like almost pillowy, really soft in a way. I really don't know how to explain it, but it is so that perfect balance of being really cleansing enough to break down the rest of the dirt and the oils on your face, but is so gentle in my opinion. I did also try a cleansing gel from Naturium, not the one with niacinamide in it, but the other one, and I'm definitely not as much of a fan of that one as I am this one. But if I had to recommend one cleanser to everyone, it would definitely be the Krave Beauty Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser. Alright, moving on to the next stage, we're going to go into some treatments. Even when it comes to exfoliators, I have been a lot more careful with how much I am exfoliating. I'm not really physical exfoliating at all, so being even more wary of chemical exfoliants. but one that I have discovered this year that I am absolutely loving for both treating my acne and texture issues but also being super gentle on my skin is the Naturium PHA topical acid, and this is 12% PHA. So usually in chemical exfoliants we have the bigger main categories of AHAs versus BHAs, but PHAs are another type of exfoliant that is known as the more gentle type of exfoliant as compared to AHAs or BHAs. I first started using a PHA actually in just like a wash-off treatment. I had a PHA cleansing oil, I believe from Hanskin, and I felt like every time I used that, there was something I liked about it, and I was guessing that it was the PHA that I was getting from that wash-off treatment. So I was curious to pick up another PHA, and Naturium just released this whole line of acids earlier this year, and this has quickly become one of my favorite and kind of the only exfoliant I'm using right now. A lot of the times exfoliants and products come in more like toner-like consistency products, so they're a little runnier, a little more liquidy, and people will often use cotton pads or something to rub them onto their skin. But what I really love about this formula is that it's more of a serum-like consistency. It's a lot less runny than something like the Krave Beauty Hallelujah. This one comes with a dropper at the top, which I also so really love because you can really control the amount that you're getting out. And if you do have more sensitive skin but you are still wanting to exfoliate in your routine, because it is still important to exfoliate, especially if you have more acne prone skin, and even if you have dry skin, your skin will still have that buildup on it that you will need to exfoliate off somehow. And to me, this has been the route that I am choosing when it comes to exfoliating. I really just like once or twice a month will use something like an AHA or a BHA, but a PHA I will use 2 or 3 times a week on occasion, and I love the results I'm seeing from this product. If you maybe experience some adverse reactions or some sensitivity to other chemical exfoliants, I recommend trying out a PHA and see if your skin enjoys that. And if you are looking to try one, this is so the one I recommend, and I think my favorite out of all of the acids that I've tried from Naturium. And another favorite I have from the same brand, I won't talk too long about it because I've mentioned it a number of times before, but that is the Niacinamide Serum from Naturium. I so love this serum. It's actually a niacinamide and zinc serum. I'll link my other videos down below, but that is just so my #1 favorite niacinamide serum. I'm working through the Inkey list one right now, so I don't have the Naturium one on hand, but as soon as I finish the Inkey list one, I'm so picking up the Naturium one. It is just the best niacinamide treatment, and as someone who is looking to clear up those hyperpigmentation marks or post-inflammation acne marks, I really love niacinamide for that. And that is so my favorite formula. So my next 2020 skincare favorite is a serum, and it's one that is fairly new to me, but it is one that I have so loved using, and that is the Glow Recipe PLUM Hyaluronic Serum. After trying the ordinary hyaluronic acid serum and other forms of hyaluronic acid, I felt like I was noticing some sensitivity in my skin, or just this weird reaction of redness would come out of my skin sometimes when it came to hyaluronic acid, so I just assumed that my skin was really sensitive to the ingredient. I experienced the complete opposite reaction when it came to this serum right here. I know I'm not digging too much on the actual ingredients of this product and focusing more on the user consumer experience, but to me that is what seemed to really make the difference. I feel like I really see the results from hyaluronic acid that I'm supposed to see when I use this serum right here. And sometimes when my skin is dry too, texture will appear on my forehead seemingly so suddenly, but I feel like this serum can surprisingly really help with that. A lot of the times if my skin dries out overnight, I'll wake up with texture on my forehead the next day. Yes, maybe that's not necessarily an immediate reaction from that, but I feel like this definitely helps with just some of that dry forehead texture that can come up. It is just that nice syrupy kind of texture that you imagine when it comes to a nice hyaluronic hydrating serum. And I know Glow Recipe as a brand is kind of a little kitschy in their branding and advertising, so I wasn't expecting too much when I was trying this serum, but I am really surprised at how much I love it, and now I'm just so excited to have a serum, a hyaluronic acid, that I actually enjoy using and see results from. I will say, however, this is definitely a product that is on the pricier side. I actually bought it during the Sephora VIB sale. I haven't completely decided if I actually will buy this product though, because it is very expensive, but as of right now I am so enjoying how it's performing and how it's going with my skin, so I just may have to. And my next treatment stage 2020 skincare favorite is, I'm very much running out of it, but this is the Mizon Snail Repair Intensive Ampoule. This again is a serum, so it goes in between your cleansing and your moisturizing, and this product contains 80% of snail secretion filtrate. Now I know snail secretion in Western skincare or Western beauty is not very popular, but it is one of the most popular ingredients when it comes to Asian skincare, and snail secretion filtrate has a lot of potential benefits to your skin. One of them is providing a lot more moisture to your skin, possibly fading dark spots over time and helping with general irritation in your skin. And something about the texture of this, it has that kind of rich syrupy texture to it that actually very much remind me of this Glow Recipe product, and the way that it really seems to function on my skin, they seem to perform really similarly to each other as well. If you are looking for another hydrating step in your routine and something that is a lot more affordable than this one right here, I definitely recommend possibly introducing this product into your routine. I know Mizon has this whole line of different snail secretion filtrate products, and in a lot of Asian skincare lines you'll see that ingredient pop up, but of all the forms you can get it in, I definitely like it in this serum formula the best. And for me, the big benefits of using this I see are in hydration. So I like to use this maybe after I do an exfoliating step, or if my face is just looking a little irritated after some cleansing. If you haven't tried this ingredient before, or you're looking for a nice hydrating serum to add to your routine, this one is a way to go. Alright, and moving on to the next category, which is moisturizers. The first moisturizer I have here I bought on recommendation from skincare guru we all look up to on YouTube, SERUM, and this is the Rovectin Clean Lotus Water Cream. I saw him use this product, I think, in his Go to Bed With Me with Harper's Bazaar, and the name of it being a water cream, I very much like the Krave Beauty Oh So Simple water cream, so that name kind of drew me in as well. But one thing I do experience with the Krave Beauty moisturizer is sometimes it's not moisturizing enough for me, and I feel like I have to add an extra moisturizing step. But this product right here definitely performs very similar to that one, but just gives me that extra level of hydration that I feel like my skin is asking for. This to me is like the perfect daytime moisturizer in the winter, even if you have dry skin. I was afraid also that it wouldn't be moisturizing enough for me because I know SERUM does have more oily skin and it is a water cream formula, but it is just perfect in the daytime for me. It soaks into the skin quickly, but not so quickly that you feel like it disappears. I feel like I experience that a lot with some moisturizers, especially having more dry skin. But yes, to me, the price is right on this, the texture, the performance, it is so worth it to me. The only thing is I ordered it off of Stylovana, and I feel like Stylovana has even longer shipping than some place like YesStyle, so I would just say be careful where you order Asian skincare from, like this product here. If you want it really quickly and it might not get to you really quickly, that's what I experienced with this, but you know, the wait was worth it in the end. And this size right here is 2 fluid ounces and it retails for around $17, so a super fair price for the amount and the quality of product you're getting with this. And it also comes with cute little stickers that you can use to decorate your bottle, but I don't know where mine went. Alright, my next moisturizer favorite of the year 2020 is this one right here. This is the Primera Alpine Berry Watery Cream. I bought this moisturizer off of Stylovana, and there is one that is very similar listed on Sephora, but the packaging just looks slightly different, and I can't tell if they are the same product or not. I should probably figure that out. But anyways, this version that I have right here has quickly become my go-to favorite moisturizer at night. I was really looking for a nice hydrating moisturizer, but one that wasn't going to feel very heavy or suffocating at all on the skin. And when I mean the texture of moisturizer that I wasn't really looking for, I mean like the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hydrating Cream. Now there's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like I wanted something a little nicer in texture. I feel like with that one, and also something like the CeraVe cream, their facial moisturizing cream, I like how those are, but I feel like are just too thick for my skin. My skin doesn't really like them overnight. They can just be a little too much, a little too suffocating to the skin. So I wanted something that was this lighter texture but could give me that same amount of hydration that I was so craving overnight. And I found that perfect balance right here in this moisturizer. Like the name says, it is a watery cream, kind of similar to the Rovectin moisturizer in that they are that watery cream sort of texture. They're not like a thick, heavy cream at all. And it does contain Primera's star ingredient of this Alpine berry complex, and that complex is said to be ultra moisturizing, full of antioxidants for the skin, and ultra moisturizing without being at all greasy. And that's so what I experienced with this product. I think this would be a great nighttime moisturizer if you had oily skin as well, because it is not at all greasy. It's that perfect watery cream texture, but that will still give you enough moisture to lock in overnight. And one thing about Primera products is they do sell them at Sephora, but you can find them on places like YesStyle or Stylovana, oftentimes for cheaper. And my last skincare favorite of 2020 is another moisturizer, and it is this one right here. This is the Farmacy Honey Halo Ceramide Moisturizer. Ultra hydrating moisturizer, it says. It retails for $45 for 1.7 fluid ounces, which is kind of your standard moisturizer size. But one thing you can notice right away is the price is reflected in the quality of the packaging. It is this nice, thick, and heavy frosted glass. Not too heavy, but it feels nice and luxurious. I love the wooden top, and I also love that it comes with a spatula that magnetizes right to the top. I love that. This is a ceramide rich moisturizer, and if you don't know, ceramides in skincare mimic the molecules that are found on your skin moisture barrier. So ceramides contain this fatty, waxy molecule that is going to mimic the molecules found in your skin or moisture barrier, so it is really nice and protecting to your skin and helps in replenishing those molecules in your skin. Ceramides are also really popular ingredients that you will find in brands such as CeraVe. But again, I was looking for a moisturizer that was going to be ultra hydrating but not at all heavy on the skin. Now I will say this one is a little bit more greasy, a little bit more oily than the Primera one, so maybe if you have oily skin, I would stay away from this one and more recommend the Primera one. And also something that may bother you is that if you don't like honey, or if you don't like the smell of honey, I would say that's really potent in this moisturizer. So if you don't like honey, maybe this is not the one for you, but it is just that dream texture, the right amount of thick to be just the right amount of moisturizing for my skin overnight, but also not the kind of cream that won't rub into the skin or is suffocating on the skin at all. It melts into the skin super nicely and is just a wonderful nighttime moisturizer, especially for people with dry skin. And that concludes my 2020 skincare favorites. You may notice that I didn't have any spot treatments or any masks in this, and that's because I don't really use products like that. This year I have been focusing more on being gentle to my skin and giving it what it needs and trying to avoid actives as much as I can to heal my skin barrier. So that's why you'll notice this more gentle selection of products. I love trying out new skincare, so I would love to know any of your skincare favorites from this year. Let me know your skincare recommendations down below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Leave a like or a comment down below if you feel so inclined. Subscribe to stick around. I would so appreciate if you did. And until the next video, I will see you all then. Bye!